The attitude about change is the biggest one. Your belief that you can actually make a change without disrupting your whole business. And then the confidence. As a matter of fact, most of the people in this room are so damn good, whatever you do is going to work. You just don't have the confidence. Whatever you do will probably work. But it might as well be easier. It might as well be more productive. It might as well make you highly profitable so you can pay your people more. I promise you, if I have one school with $1 million gross, I get most of the money, right? I promise you, if I have 60 schools that are grossing $28 million and all my people in there make more than me, I don't need to take most of the money, right? But here's the deal. If you're taking most of the money and they're doing most of the work in their mind, whether it's true or not, you will lose your best people instead of your worst people. Because your worst people will just hang on. And you'll think your best people are unloyal. And you say, well, I need to make this $500,000, and you may. But there's a way to help them become extremely wealthy if you care about that part. There's a way for them to not do show and tells. A way for them to not be in the school doing teachers' nights or all that. Anything that you're not willing to, if you're still willing to go in there and teach a class at school, go do it. But if you just want them to do it, or if you're still willing to spin a sign in the street, go do it. I'd say anything you want them to do, do it with them. If you're not willing to do it with them, if you say, no, we're going to call all these leads, sit down and do it with them. You call one, I'll call one, you call one. And here's the deal. They're never, ever fully trained. So I got a system in place, and they know what the system is. How many of you think that? Once you get the system, it'll all work out. Just open 5 schools and find out. Even I have one and find out. Because everybody in my school is trained really well right now, except the next guy that I've got to hire. Do I have to go through 20 years of training for that guy? Here's the deal. I've got to ready, shoot, aim. Sorry. And here's the deal. You got those 2 bottles of water right there? Put them on the corner of the table. And here's my training. The salt goes here, the pepper goes there. When I turn my back, they move one of them. Move one. Without losing my temper, I go, no, no, no. The salt goes here, and the pepper goes there. Thank you. You move one. Let me show you what happens, really. Salt goes here, and the pepper goes here. For 54 years. Without losing my temper. Because when you lose your temper, you lost. They are not trained. And we train every Monday and Wednesday since 1971. And they're still not trained. They know most of it, but will they move the salt? Every restaurant owner will tell you the damn salt goes right there, and the salt goes on the left side, and the pepper goes on the right side. And the mustard goes behind it in that little hole. It's called a canister. Put that shit right there. And it won't be there. We went into a restaurant last night. Nobody could find the salt. And that restaurant's been there 20 years, and they're still not trained. So I don't know about you. They're not trained. How long do you have to train them? Forever. Because the next guy's got to fit into the training. It's the only way to get consistent results, whether you got 1 school or 100. Whether you're doing 1 million or 100 million. You've got to do it right. So tell me the sacred cows I've asked you to at least consider. Number 1. Rank. You've got to at least consider it. That only affects your black belts. 300 hours they're allowed to, and now, because most black belts, let me be honest with you, because you won't be honest with me, they show up a month or 2 before testing and announce they're going to test. In every system in the whole damn world. Unless you say you need 300 hours of training to test. Now you know what they do? They get their damn training in. Now I keep track of it. When they got 300 hours, you're eligible to test at the next test. We have black belt testing in June and December. Doesn't matter to me which one you go in. Every single student has the date they're going to make their rank on their belt. Every color belt has that date on their belt. If you really want retention, write their names so every instructor knows you're going to make your black belt in June. That's going to be 2, 3, whatever year time is. So there's a lot of little things that make this job so darn easy. We just make it too hard because somebody named Gerber said you need all of these pieces. And when all these pieces are in, it comes together and looks like a clock. But in reality is, The guy with the best personality makes the most money in my school. His name is Robert Ray. Schooled at $1.2 million. He makes about $320,000 a year. Best personality in my whole. I have 3 new people that I just started training. I already know I'll be paying them $100,000 to $300,000. Because no matter what, you've got to love what we do to be on the floor. You've got to love what we do. So that's the first one ranked. Second one, testing, graduation, certification. If you went to a certification and everybody got certified, why not your students? They went through 30 hours. How long is the average certification? 8 hours to 30 hours, right? 8 to 30 hours. That's the certification. Everybody get a certificate. Why not? The whole goal is the real training begins at black belt unless you don't have black belt curriculum. That used to be the problem. When I first joined ATA, here's the deal. We only had 10 one-step sparring, 5 forms, free sparring, and board breaking. People quit at that time when they had to spar or when they made their black belt. That's when people quit, not because they didn't like it. Everybody liked it. When they had to spar because there was no safety equipment and they got hurt, it was embarrassing. When they made their black belt. Okay? Many moms, women, girls don't want to test in a group because they don't want to do what? Tell me, stand up and tell me. You're loud, tell me. They don't want to test in front of people. So you make them drop out by your testing procedure. That's why I ask you, no, not in my school, they don't. Look, at one time I oversaw 1,200 schools. I know everybody who thinks that's full of it. They don't want to be seen. The worst thing, they don't want it, and I'm not even supposed to slay this dragon. They don't want to look stupid in your stupid mirrors. But every karate school's got to have what? $4,000 to $8,000 worth of mirrors. No, you took them out?
No mirrors.
The women hate it. Oh God, my makeup's not. Oh shit, look at this. I don't want to spar. Look at my hair. It looks like this. You make people quit because of your testing, because of your rank qualifications, because they're embarrassed, because they look at themselves in the mirror, and they're wearing pajamas with bare feet. If you'd let them wear some pumps, they might like it better. But you got them out there in bare feet. And it's embarrassing. They're not in my school. And there are some badass women, I know. But our average female student is a deconditioned mom, 25 to 45 years old. A deconditioned mom. And they got to be able to take your class without being embarrassed. More people quit for that than from injury. And the sparring has got to be more teaching them to spar than letting them spar.